She hit it twice and came back for it. I like it. Guys, this is our new soft jerkbait hook that really I got turned on to by Matt Becker. Like, he helped design this. He if you guys aren't familiar, Matt won a Lake Murray event, an FLW, I think it was a pro circuit at that point, fishing a Fluke with a specially weighted hook that he designed. And you know, I room with him, good buddies with him, and he showed it to me and I said, let's work on this together. So we actually came out with a hook that it was his idea, his design, and we added a few little things to it and have come up with what I consider like the perfectly weighted Fluke hook. And the cool thing with it is the bait, when you retrieve the bait, will vibrate. I mean, you can feel it like a crankbait. I don't know if you can see it coming, but I mean, the tail's just versus a normal Fluke, which is going to be a straight shot. And that's what's so different. You can fish it like a normal Fluke. You know, we're talking 1/32 of an ounce and 1/16 of an ounce. So what it does is it allows that Fluke to stay down, and it gives a little bit extra weight, a little bit of bulk in the head, which gives that vibration. So like on a pole or fast retrieve, you get actual swimming motion out of the bait. And that's something that you don't ever get out of any other Fluke style baits. So we've been testing this quite a bit. Absolutely love it. Got a couple of different sizes, and I'll just show you a couple of different ways to fish it. I should not have turned the video off, guys. I just caught one. I was just talking. Got another one. Not giants, but man, it sure is a fun way to fish. And our weight in there, I'll show you a hook here real quick, just so you can see what it is. But there's a couple of really strategic things that we did to it to make it, you know, hold as good as it does, give it a little bit of vibration, just make it an ultimate hook here for soft jerk baits. This is a Zoom Super Fluke that I'm throwing right now. It works great with that, but it works really good with a lot of other baits as well, and we'll share that with you. You know, the bait's officially out now, so you'll be able to get it. They can't stand that pause. Fluke is just one of the best absolute fish catchers on the market. He's got that thing way down there. So let me get this out. We're fishing a big flat here. This flat is, you know, 3 feet deep. This whole flat. Perfect Fluke water. And what it does, by having a little weight in there, it really helps you be able to cover water quickly and efficiently. And, you know, so the way I fish this, there's a couple of different ways. You know, you can fish it like a traditional weightless Fluke, where if you want to just kind of twitch it, and that thing will dart and walk and glide and go all over the place. But I really like to take advantage of that vibration out of the tail. So I really like to fish it with longer sweeps. You know, like 6 to 8 foot pulls. So when you're pulling it, that bait's vibrating hard. And then when I let go of it or stop pulling it, that bait will erratically dart to one of the sides. And this is a pretty common retrieve for a lot of your blueback herring lakes, you know, where you want to move it faster. You can also obtain that same thing just by a fast reel turn. You know, if you want to burn it, kill it, burn it, kill it, burn it, kill it, you're really achieving the same thing as your long strokes. I just like the long strokes because it's easier. You know, I feel like I can be more efficient and I'm not wearing down how fast I'm retrieving that bait. But what I do like to retrieve fast for is I'll put it on the surface and just get that bait skittering so I can see it almost as a surface bait. A lot of times that'll draw fish to bite it too. Now we're fishing, this is towards the end of October. You know, we're right basically in the middle of turnover here this year, which is late for us. But I mean, the water temp's right in that middle 50-degree range. So a lot of these fish are kind of scattered up on these flats, and there's not anything up here. There's no grass, there's nothing. This lake has nothing in it really to hold the fish. And from that standpoint, like, they're just roaming these flats. It's a nice sunny day and they get up and they kind of cruise. And a fluke is one of the absolute best baits for that. I saw him eat that one right by the boat. A fluke is one of the funnest baits to fish. Soft jerk bait. I mean, it's just one of those baits that gets so many bites, and just like, it's just a relaxing, easy way to fish. It's just that dying minnow approach. They can't get enough of it. And it's really a fun bait to fish too, just from a watching standpoint. Like, a lot of times it's very visual. You can watch the strikes. You know, if you're fishing it like I'm fishing it, I can see a white pearl fluke pretty much almost the entire way back. I'm only in 3 foot of water. A lot of times for smallmouth and spotted bass, you can fish them over 100 feet of water and they'll just come eat it right off the surface. You can watch it a lot of times. You can see the actual bite itself, just like that last one. So our fluke is finally all torn up after about 10 fish. So this is what the hook looks like. You can see it's just a weighted shaft. The cool thing is we've actually got the weight teardrop. So it's thinner on the top here and wider at the bottom. And that's to create more weight at the bottom, to just give a little bit more keel effect. And then we've got these nice ridges built in just to give the bait some good holding power. And then it's on a straight shank TK 180 trocar hook, so it's laser sharp. This is the 2/0 size, so you can see the difference. This is the 1/16 ounce that I'm using, and this is the 1/32 ounce. Now, from a rigging standpoint, I'm just using a Salty Super Fluke by Zoom. Let me get one out, the last one. You want to make sure these are straight, so you don't do anything special other than just go right through the nose. The first thing I would do though is I would measure it if you're not familiar with it. So the weight's going to sit in there just like that. So you want to mark where you're going to come out. You can just mark a little thing here if you want to see it, but the key, you got to have it straight. If it's not straight, it'll spin versus vibrating, the tail kicking. So we're going to thread this on, come out right at our mark, and just push it up. And you'll see it's not an easy thing to push up, but when you push it up, it locks into place. So we got a nice straight minnow. This is the 2/0, which is working just fine on this, but we will have a 4/0 for some of your bigger soft jerk baits. Decent one. Come here, fish. Good one. I was just looking at the color of his eye. It was a pretty cool looking This thing holds up so well too. You can fish a fluke for a long time on this hook based on our bait keeper system. Really does just hold them in place really well. Just a fun, easy way to fish. The other thing, you know, with respect to this technique, you can do this year round. You know, you can fish them, like I said, for schooling fish over really deep water. You can fish them really shallow. The springtime is one of my favorite times to fish them. These same areas, these flats I'm fishing right now in the fall period are also the same flats that you can fish in the spring. You come in and you just work this fluke over the top of them, and it's one of those things that really just helps locate fish. Decent one. One of the things I love about this hook too is not only does it hold up great in terms of you can catch tons of fish on it, but more importantly, that little bit of weight allows you to make much longer casts and fish it on bait casting equipment. A lot of times a weightless fluke is tough to fish on bait casting equipment, and in this case that little bit of weight just allows you to make those. Oh, there's another one. Oh, dang it, I got such a crummy. I tried to set the hook on it while I was at the end of my sweep. Big no-no, guys. Like, I sweeped it, felt the hit, and tried to just lean into them. Don't ever do that. Reel up and then set the hook like you normally would. These fish, when they eat a fluke, they're gonna have it. That was completely my mistake. Should have had another one there. Anyways, being able to make a long cast like that and fish it effectively on bait cast gear is great. Now my setup right now, I got 15-pound Berkeley Trilene 100% fluorocarbon. I've got a 7.3 medium heavy. It's a light medium heavy fast action rod that I build. It's the MHX NMB 873 blank. And then I've got it paired up with a fast 8.1 gear ratio on a Abu Garcia Revo MGX reel, and that allows me to pick up that slack line fast, which is what I should have done on that fish I just missed. Had I used my fast gear ratio reel to pick up that line and set the hook, we would have caught that fish. Instead, I screwed up. Yes. Wanted it a little deeper. Oh, so much fun. Well, guys, I think you've seen how good this soft jerkbait hook is from Core Tackle. You need some of these. If you like fishing soft jerkbaits, I'm gonna tell you, it's something you're gonna be really, really satisfied with. Just makes it so much more versatile and imparts a completely different action than you're used to fishing with your traditional soft weightless soft jerkbait. It's a fish catcher. That's all I'm gonna say. You've seen me, I've been using it for, I mean, it's literally been about an hour. I've had 3 fish catches that I had battery issues, not battery issues, I forgot to have the camera on for one. I had the battery run out on another. It was like not even a big deal. I was like, I'm just gonna fish for 5 more minutes and I'll get another bite, and that's really what's happened today. Just a good one, a good one. I'll put a link in the video description for you so you can go pick them up on your own. Just a good one. That's all I'm gonna say, guys. It's a good one.